first bit of 5-star Wagyu beef. Look at that. Look at the grain on that. It's the first time I've touched Wagyu, by the way. And it feels exactly as I thought. Firm, fresh. I just wanted to have a little bit of Wagyu. It's so reasonable. This was about 12 Australian dollars. And this is the higher grade Wagyu. So let's just turn the pan on. I'm not going to season it. I would like to. I haven't got salt. And I feel it should have a little bit of salt. Look at the beautiful marbling. I could almost eat this raw. Just see if that pan's warm. Oh, it feels a little bit sacrilege not putting a little salt on it, but ooh, yes. Now I also don't want to overcook this, but I do want some caramelizing on it. Ooh. Look at that, Michelle. Probably could have done a little longer on this side. Don't want to puncture the meat. So this is cooking in a little sesame oil because it's the only oil that I've got. So that's extra meat juice that's just running off of the Wagyu there. Look at that, still trickling out of the beef. Look, if I push that back up, you can see it's rendering off some beautiful fat. Just cook it a little bit more. It feels very rare at the moment, which is good. Now, what I could do, just to absorb some of that beautiful Wagyu fat, is we found these little homemade gyoza. And they're a little bit warm, so they're sticking. Let's get those gyozas on the cook. We'll just let it rest there. Now I might. No, I don't think I've overcooked it.
Wow. Perfect.
Okay. This is my first ever Wagyu. Have you had Wagyu before?
No.
First ever. Nothing like I expected. Nothing like. Wow. Now I'm going to give you this, Michelle, and you try this.
Okay.
But this is nothing like you expected. This is so tender. It's so fatty. But now it makes sense, the flavour. It wouldn't be to everyone's liking.
And it's delicious.
I love it. And actually, I think a bit of seasoning
Yeah.
would
It is
work.
missing a bit of salt.
A little salt, because people aren't going to quite appreciate. Now this is a this is a French style, I think, isn't it? So it has some herbs in it and the like. So it's not at all what I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't this. It's beautiful and tender. A lot of people wouldn't like that. And I'll tell you why, because it's like the perfectly cooked rind of a rump steak.
Yeah.
The fat is so intense, it's so there, and it's so marbled. You can see how much white fat ran through that. So you don't get the beefy sort of flavour a lot of people would expect from beef. You're getting much more of fat flavour and a really nice succulent, but it's not having those meaty edges to it. To me, when I used to get from my butchers when I was a lot younger, I used to, from Nigel, big up to Nigel Hercombe, he used to do me like a grass, well, it wasn't called grass, just good quality beef rump. And the rump rind that's on rump, on good quality rump, tastes a little like this. And I'm surprised. I don't know what I was expecting. Even with the seasoning on, and it's butter soft. I'll try again, Michelle. Have another little try. You get what I'm saying? It's really more like fat than beef.
The more you chew it, you get the beef flavour come through. But
A lot of people wouldn't like that.
I think it's delicious. Oishi.
Oishi. This is a bit like when you have truffles the first time and everyone tells you they've got to be wonderful. A lot of people wouldn't like. Do you agree? A lot of people wouldn't like that.
Absolutely.
We're going to have a lot more Wagyu beef of all different qualities and flavours, but from different provenances as well. But I suspect that this has changed. It's like when I ate durian, you know, for the first time. Now, okay, now I know what durian could taste like, and now what I can expect from higher grades of Wagyu. There isn't enough blood protein in the meat. Let's try it next time, well seasoned, and see how it changes the beef, and I'll hold fire. Interesting. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Some things I want to say about Japan that's beautiful, apart from this scenery. Look at this. What I love, it's the trustworthy honesty of the country. A couple have just rocked up on a couple of motorbikes here. They haven't bothered to take their valuables. They just got their bottle of water. They left the girl at the back, she hasn't even closed the bag down properly, and they've gone for a walk. They're over the bridge already, going for a little walk. And nobody is going to touch that stuff. It's just ever so safe. You know, we leave the car open, just airing the car a little bit. And if I wanted to, I could leave that car open with the cameras, my wallet, everything in there, and go off to the bathrooms, and I know nobody is going to go in there. I know you shouldn't get a full sense of security, but it is really safe in Japan. People are very respectful of people's belongings. Now, you might wonder, why have I parked a little bit towards the line? We arrived here last night. We actually slept here last night. So I just wanted that little extra space to the right side of the car. But look where we are. We've had a problem with the heat because it's the hottest summer on record since the 1800s. 40 degrees plus, really hot. But up here in the mountains, it's cooled down really nicely. We're very comfortable. It's been about 24 degrees, 25 degrees last night. And even now it feels like maybe 27 max. There is a highway here. We made one silly mistake. We actually parked here and we slept here last night, and it was pretty noisy. There were trucks going along, as you can see, all night. But I was of the opinion that was the only place we could park. But we got up this morning and looked at the map. There's parking areas over here. You can see the car. All away from the noise, there's parking areas the other side, and bathrooms, additional bathrooms over there as well. Oh well, live and learn. And did I say the bathrooms here are spotless? Like the very best hotel bathrooms you could ever want for are here. They're so clean, so modern. And nobody seems to leave them in a mess, so they're as clean. They're as clean when you get into them, even if a dozen people have been in there, they seem to be super clean. It's just a respect thing again. This is the way the world should be. I was just saying, Michelle, that people can leave their stuff. We can leave our stuff.
Cool.
Nobody's ever going to tamper with it. None of that's locked. And that's a couple on these two bikes. Both Kawasaki's. Yeah, both Kawasaki's. It's an older couple, probably in their sort of late 40s, early 50s, I would say. It's a great touring route. Decision-making time. Are we going to stay in the central mountain district, or are we going to go back down to the coast? We've got to decide today. See you on the road. We've decided that we are going to try and stay in the central highlands of Japan. So we're going to go towards Fukushima,
Yep.
which keeps us fairly central. So we're not going down to the coast because it's so beautiful, 27, 28 degrees. And it is getting a little warmer as we go down. Actually, it's just gone to 29 degrees. But I do think going this way is going to be a little kinder to us. You agree, Michelle?
Absolutely.
How beautiful is this?
All we need is a place to be and a few good friends for some company. If you'd like to stay, you don't have to leave. We'll leave the lights on and the door unlocked. If you drop on by, you don't have to knock. We're happy to share whatever we've got.